Hi, Aries. This is Jeffrey. This is Ripecolor. This is your reading for the month of September. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, press the bell for notifications. I'm offering private reading sales through the end of August. If you're going to see this early, I might go into September. I don't really know yet. I planned on keeping the door open, but all of a sudden they started cleaning out there, and so I feel like that's part of the message. It's like, um, it's almost like you're going to have to work on your own for a while, or how do I say it? It's like not be as expansive as you usually are. It's like, okay, you can work on it. It's very kind of a Mercury retrograde sort of energy, which is I'm going to work on this and put this all together and then bring it out into the world. But right now, the energy is like sort of a solo double check. There's no coincidence. It's not, it's like, well, I really, let's say you had a ticket to go to a certain place, and I don't know, it didn't work out, the place is closed, or it's like, and it's like, actually, everything is exactly the way it's supposed to be. So there's no coincidence. Everything is kind of in bigger hands. That's kind of my little mini message. Okay. I never know what the mini message is going to be. I love calling it a mini message. It makes me very happy. Um, all right, let's see. September, Aries. One, two, three. Okay. I get the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is, she's Mother Earth in a lot of ways, but she's a queen. So there's a patience about her, tremendous patience. And it's a patience in terms of security, in terms of stability, in terms of time, there's something very grounded about her. She's like completely grounded. Um, she understands that things take time. She understands that things need time to grow, and she's allowing them to grow. She's not. Um, she did what she needed to do on the physical plane. There's an energy there, and then I have the 10. It's an end of a way of thinking and a new dawn rising. So there's a certain way of thinking, or a certain I feel like there's a certain control that you kind of let go of. You've done what you needed to do, and you're kind of like, there's a certain energy of kind of letting go of the control. And then I have the devil, and the devil's false path. I think that maybe there was a certain energy that you had in terms of building something, in terms of trying to make something happen on the physical plane, that you've kind of let go of a certain way of thinking, or a certain amount of it's got to be my way or the highway, in order to let it grow, in order to let it grow. Yeah. And you realize that you're going to have to rebalance things, and okay, you're going to have to rebalance things. Yeah, because you felt, I think that in the past, it's like you were really trying to impose your thing on it, and in this sort of maybe not the most delightful way, let's say. And you felt really, I don't know, kind of surrounded by it, like you were stuck, like you were. And it's like now you have this opportunity to say, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. And then that'll inform me as to what to do next, instead of, I've got a plan. Look, uh, I'm a big planner. I really, yeah. And it's like, well, I have a plan for this and have a plan for that. And it's like, a lot of times it's like, well, the 2 o'clock appointment is going to have to be 1 o'clock, or the 2 o'clock appointment is going to have to be another day. And this thing that I thought was going to fall into place before that thing didn't work out. It's a little bit like that, a little bit like that. So there's this energy of, do I really want to, put myself under pressure and put myself almost in jail it has to be this way. It's like, maybe I'm going to let it like see what happens. Because sometimes when you see what happens or let things rest for a while, new ideas come and new opportunities present themselves and new coincidences present themselves. Yeah, another nine. But this is like, I feel like there's a truth about it that you've seen. Maybe there's like, maybe there's something that you were in denial of, right? That has finally come to the light. And you feel really a little bit trapped, and you realize that something's got to give. And look, I believe me, I know. Sometimes you plan something, you put so much effort and energy into it, and then it's like, hey, it didn't really happen the way I thought it was going to happen, and it's really upsetting. And it's like, well, how do I get myself up and out of this? Or maybe, sometimes when things don't work out the way we think or the way we want, and as it is there and happening, it's like, oh God, I can't believe this didn't work out. But and then like a week later or a month later or da da da, it's like it's kind of a blessing. Oh boy. I mean, look, it doesn't surprise me that the tower comes up in this reading. I feel like there's something that you have been or hadn't been that you've been working on that you try to establish that it's just going nowhere fast, and you feel really awful about it. But I began with the queen. So this is the queen of fertility. And also, she's about patient. Sometimes, things don't work out or they collapse from the outside. And it's like, as they're collapsing, it feels awful. But then it opens up different coincidences and different opportunities. I mean, that's the whole reading. That's the whole reading. It's all about change. So, maybe look, they were with him in battle. I wish the light were better, but it's not. They were with him in battle, right? They supported him in battle. And then he was such a tyrant and so impossible and so demanding that it's like, we're walking away. We're going our own way. We're doing something new. Five. Wow. I'm not reading this says. So you're going to feel. So this is a really, I was just talking about this card with my Spanish tutor. I was trying to explain it in Spanish. The fives are all about a choice. The fives are all about perspective. So the perspective is, am I going to see myself and experience myself as out in the cold, being abandoned, being alone, being a vagabond, or am I going to, when I say I mean have a different perspective and say there's always hope. Here's the little anchor, right? There's always hope. Spirit is still with you to build something new, to be steadfast, to go in a new direction, in a place you've never thought of going before, confidently. And there's a lot of subconscious stuff going on. There's a lot of stuff that can be built, but it almost has to be built on the other plane first. The gift appears, the intuition appears. This is going to be a real process for you. This is going to be a real process for you. But something new is going to be established. Another five. Something new is going to be established. There, one door closes, so another one opens. It's hell in the hallway. It's like that, right? So, like one door closes, and before the other one opens, and you're walking in that hallway, and it's like, I don't know which door to choose. None of them have knobs. And it's like, I feel like there's a little bit of a walk in the hallway this month. And, to maintain your sanity during it and to look for the opportunities and to not even look for the opportunities, allow the opportunities. No, I had all this time and effort, I wanted to build this in this business. I wanted this in this relationship to work out. And then you realize that they're a cheater, or you realize that the guy you wanted to go into business with, or the place that you rented uh, isn't there anymore. And it's like, trust that it's all going to be okay, but it's going to be rocky. So, except the Eight of Swords, I have the Two of Pentacles, I have the Tower, I have the Five of Swords, the Five of Pentacles. It's like the nine, two nines, a 10, the end of something, the devil, a lot going on here. But interestingly, when I just got it, Capricorn, Cancer, the opposites. So it's like from the gates of hell to the gates of heaven. That's really what it is. It's from the gates of hell to the gates of heaven, right? Establishing something new. All right, let's do the cards. Okay. The Queen of Patience, the end of a way of thinking, the darkness being revealed into the light, right? So you're going to be able to build something new, a new tradition, being able to balance things, working your way out of your self-imposed bondage, being able to release yourself from feeling cornered, use your intuition, the truth that can't be unseen. I think it's a gift that you're going to be able to see all this, because I think it's going to happen before it's really established. I think that's what's going on. Confidently moving forward, building something new, a change in finances, a change in the way of thinking. And finally, the little seeds of something new being born. But sometimes the seeds of something new being born is that something has to disintegrate in order for something new to be born. Really powerful, interesting, profound reading. So it's Mercury retrograde. It's time to check your, how do they say it? Dot your I's and cross your T's and redo and relook and maybe build something new out of that, out of the embers. Blessings.